Hello, good morning students. See, this is your 7th lecture of statistics, chapter number 3, measures of central tendency. See, in our last lecture we complete up to exercise 3.3 and example 16. So I hope you all do your homework in your exercise as well as in your example book. So here the method of mean, that is the 10th method of finding out the mean, is complete. Now today we'll start our next topic, that is median, right? See, this is the it is called a measures of positional average. See, the mean is average, that is general average, but now we know about the positional average. At which place, at which position the average is there, we have to find out here. Okay, so we'll start. The next point is measures of positional average on page number 84. I am reading that median, quartile, decile and percentile. See, these four are measures of positional average. First of all, we have to know about the median, and I think so you all know about the median because it is covered in 10th standard. But the new thing is quartile, decile and percentile. But we will start with the median. We studied that mean is an appropriate average. It is an appropriate average. Whenever the question is said or asked about the appropriate average, you have to find out the mean. And if they ask about the positional average, you have to find out the median, quartile, decile or percentile. If we have data which have evenly distributed around the average and the data which do not have too large or too small values, see, we are finding out up to this that the data is evenly distributed and there is no large and or no small, too large value and too small values is given, and from that data we can find out the mean. But it is said that mean does not become a good representative of the data if these conditions are not satisfied. If the data is not evenly distributed, it is not too large or too small, then you cannot find out the mean. You cannot say that mean is an appropriate average, because see, another average is more suitable in such a situation, that is the data is distributed not evenly, right? At that time, second situation, another average, second average is there and it is called a median, right? It is a positional average. In addition to median, quartile, decile, percentile and quartile, decile, percentile are also other positional averages. What is the meaning of average? Meaning of median first. Median, quartile, decile and percentile are called positional averages because their values are found using the values of the observation at a specific position among the values of the variable in the ordered data. See, in this we have to first of all say that we have to arrange the data in a specific manner. What is that? See here, median, quartile, decile and percentile are called positional averages because their values are found using the values of the observations at a specified position among the values of the variable in the ordered data. That means meaning of median. Median is defined as the value of middlemost observation when the data are arranged in any either ascending or descending order. See here, whenever you have to find out median, decile, percentile, quartile, all these things, first of all you have to do one thing, that you have to arrange all the observation, that is you have to arrange all the data in ascending or descending order. But 99% you have to arrange all the data in ascending order. Okay, then and then you can find out the median, quartile, decile or percentile. Okay, so first condition to find out these four measurement is you have to arrange the data first in ascending order. Otherwise, if you are not arranging the data in the ascending order, then you cannot find out the original answer of median, the quartile, decile or percentile, right? Whatever you got the answer before converting the data into ascending order, your answer will be wrong 100% at every time. So you have to first arrange the data in ascending order. Okay, it is denoted by M, that is median is denoted by M. In other words, 50% value of the observation in the data are above are the median, and the 50% observation have the less than value of the median. 50% is more than the median, 50% value is the less than the median, and the middle one is the your median. So calculation of median now. See, mean has 10 methods, so we are completing up to that. We are starting with the new positional average, that is median. So we are starting with the method number 1. So I am writing here method number 1 for median. First of all, for see here again, ungrouped data, group data, in the group data, discrete group data and continuous group data are there, and we have to find out by this data, we have to find out the median in different ways, in different methods. For ungrouped data, what is the formula for median? See here, M is equal to N plus 1 by 2 observation. This is the formula for ungrouped data. For that, first of all, we have to arrange the data in ascending order, then find out how many numbers of observations are there, that is your N. Here we can say that where N is equal to number of observations, and then we have to write number of observations plus 1 divided by 2, and that particular observation, here say it is fifth observation. Answer of M is equal to fifth observations. Then you have to calculate that which one is your fifth observation, that is your median. But first of all, write down here that arrange the data first into ascending order. This is the most important. Whenever you have to find out median, quartile, decile or percentile, this condition is first arrange the data in the first into the ascending order, and then you can find out the median, quartile, decile or percentile. First of all, this is the formula for ungrouped data. Write down this, and then we will continue with illustration number 17. Write down this first. Okay, so now I am reading the illustration number 17. The number of items produced by a factory in a different weeks are 80, 85, 90, 92, 68, 80, 72, 63 and 55. Find the median production. See here, the question is said that find out median, but the data is given, that is ungrouped data. So what we have to do first, we have to arrange the data in ascending order first, but we have to first write the question and then arrange the data in ascending order. So see here the answer. Illustration number 17. First of all, I am writing the data given into the question, that is 92, 80, 80, 85, 90, 92, 68 80, 72, 63 and 55. Now what is an arranging order? You have to arrange the data, all the observations in ascending order. Right? Okay. Now what is that? First of all, which one is the smallest value? Which one? 55. Yes, you have to write 55, then 63, then 68, then 72, then 80, 82 times, then 85, then 90 and then 92. Okay, so here first of all count all these. There are 9 observations and here we are writing 9 observations. So it is confirmed that we are writing all the observations, right? So first of all, here is the question. Now we are arranging the data in ascending order. Okay, now we apply the formula. What is the formula? N is equal to n plus 1 by 2 observation. How many number of observations are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 9 observations. So here we have to write 9 plus 1 by 2 observation. That is 10 by 2 observation. That is 5th observation. And which one is our 5th observation? We have to find out in ascending orders data 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. See here 80 is our answer because 5th observation, that is 5th observation is 80. That's why we can say median is equal to 80. Right? So we have to write the one line for that. Thus the median production in this factory is 80 items. Okay, so this is the question and answer. Please write down this. Now the illustration number 18. The daily profit of a hawker in rupees for last 10 days are given below. Find out the median profit. See, the data is given into raw material, that is into raw data is given, that is you can say ungrouped data is given. So we have to find out the same. But here the new thing is that, see, in my last lectures I told you that one formula is there, but the style of the question will change each and every time. See, illustration number 17 is very easy because this is first method's first illustration. Now first method, second illustration, that is change in the style of the question. See what is the change here. Illustration number 18. I am writing first the question, that is illustration number 18. 216.5, 257, 258.5, 260, then 265, then 249, then 255.5, then 262.5, then 264, and the last one is 267. Right? What is that now? First of all, arranging the data into ascending order. First of all, we are arranging the data into ascending order. Which one is the smallest here? 216.5 is the smallest. So we are starting with 216.5. See here, it is not 216.5, it is here 261. So this is not a first value. Whichever is lower here, 249 is the lowest value. Now see which one is the next. 255.5 is the next. Then 257. See, this one is complete, this complete. Now 257. Then 258.5. This one is complete. Now what? 260. Yes, it is 260. Now 262.5. No, 261.5. Then 262.5. Then 264. And then 265. And the last one is 267. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Right? And here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So here we are writing all these observations into ascending order. Now put the formula here. M is equal to n plus 1 by 2th observation. Right? So here how many numbers of their observations? 10 numbers. So here n is equal to 10. 10 plus 1 by 2th observation. It is 11 by 2th observation. It is 5.5. 5.5th observation. Now see, 5.5 means what? Average of 5 and 6. See here, 5 plus 6 divided by 2. What is that? That is 5.5. So here, whenever we found out the point, that is 5.5 observation, or you can say 9.5 observation, or you can say 15.5 observation, you have to first write the smallest one, that is small from this and bigger from this. That is, if 5.5, then you have to write 5th observation plus 6th observation divided by 2. If 9.5 is there, then you have to write 9th observation plus after that 10th observation. Before 9.5, which one is the complete observations? That is not in fraction, that is integer observation is what? 9th observation. And after 9.5, which one is the integer observation? That is 10 observations. You have to divide, or you can find out the average of that two particular observation. Here you have to write 5th observation plus 6th observation divided by 2. Whenever you are finding out the observation into the point, you have to write by this way. That is 5.5 observation, then fifth average of 5.5 is the average of 5th plus 6. That's why we have to write 5th observation plus 6th observation divided by 2. Okay, so here the answer is, see, now we have to write 5th observation plus 6th observation divided by 2. 5.5 observation means 5th observation plus 6th observation divided by 2. Now to find out the value of 5th and 6th observation, this is the first, second, third, fourth and 5th. This one and this one, 260 and 261.5. This is the two observation, that is 5th observation and 6th observation. We have to add the values of these 260 plus 261.5 divided by 2. That is what? 5 to 1.5 divided by 2, and that is 260.75. Yes, it is. We can say 260.75 is your median. Okay, so here it is difficult whenever we have given the odd number of observations. See, odd number of observation, that is what? 5 observation, 7 observation, 9 observations. We can find out by first way, that is as per illustration number 17, right? 9 plus 1 by 2th observation, that is 5th observation, and we have to write just 5th observation as your answer. But whenever we are given the even number of observations, that is 10 observations, 12 observations, 8 observations, right? Number of observation is important here. If they given odd observations, odd number of observations, then it is easy to calculate and it is as per illustration number 17. But whenever they are given even number of observations, that is 10, 8, 10 or 12 observations, then we have find out the answer in fraction, that is 5.5 observations, or we can find out the answer in fraction, and then we have to find out by this way, by taking the average of that particular observations, that is 5th observation plus 6th observation divided by 2. If 9.5 is there, 9th observation plus 10th observation divided by 2. By this way we can find out the average, or we can say we can find out the median. Okay, so this is the completion of illustration number 18. First of all, write down this. Now we'll continue with our next illustration, that is illustration number 19. I am reading that. See, this is the third type, the third style of the question. There are 11 employees in an office. See, how many employees? 11. That is n is equal to 11 here. The monthly salary in rupees of the lowest paid 7 employees among them are 4500, 2100, 3400, 3600, 2500, 4200 and 1500. What is the median monthly salary of all the employees? Okay, so complete this. See, the style of the question is changed again. First of all, we understood about the question, what questions asked to us, that we have to know first. Illustration number 19. See, there are 11 employees, so here n is equal to 11. It is given. Now the salary is given, that is 4500, 2100, 3400, 3600, 2500, 4200 and 1500. Okay, this is the salary is given. See, the salary is given with how many number of employees? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. See here, the salary is given for only 7 employees and there are number of employees, that is 11 employees. So what is the salary of the remaining 4 employees? See here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Information is given about the salary for only 7 employees, and here the total number of employees is 11. So what is the remaining 4 employee salary? See, read the question again. The monthly salary in rupees of the lowest paid. See, lowest paid 7 employees. See, this is the salary of lowest paid 7 employees. So remaining 4 employees has the highest payment, right? So that amount is always higher than this, right? So we have to arrange the data in ascending order, but we have to assume here first, assume that, or we can say, suppose that salary of remaining employees, that is 4 employees, is A, B, C and D. We are just assuming that remaining 4 employees salary is A, B, C, D, right? Now what is the arrangement? Now we have to arrange the data in ascending order. So total salary here, 7 employee salary is given, and we are assuming this A, B, C, D is the remaining 4 employees salary. Okay, so here now arranging the data into ascending order. Now which one is the lowest? 1500. Second one is 2100. Then 2500. Then 3400. Then 3600. Then 4200 and then 4500. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See here only the data arrangement is only of 7 employees, right? But remaining 4 employees salary is more than this employee salary because it is a lowest salary. See, the given data is given about the lowest salary of the 7 employees. So remaining 4 employees salary is, we have to assume that it is higher. We have to say that it is higher than this. So we are arranging the data. It is A, B, C and D. Highest salary is D, and the lowest salary among the 4 employees of highest salary is A. So we are arranging the data of 11 employee salary like this. First is lowest one and this one is the highest one. Now we are arranging all the data, that is 11 employees data, into ascending order, and then we can find out the median. Now we have to find out median. See, this is the new style. Only 11 employees is there and only 7 employees salary is given. We have to assume first A, B, C, D as a salary of the remaining person, the remaining employees, and that is highest from these 7 employees. That's why we are arranging in the last, because we are writing the first lowest, then writing the highest. That means in the ascending order, right? So here the employees 11th employees salary is here. Now we have to write the regular formula, n plus 1 by 2th observation. That is what? 11 plus 1 by 2th observation. See here again, it is a question like illustration number 17. Odd number of observation is given 11, that is odd number of observations. 11 plus 1, that is 12 by 2. 12 by 2 observations, that is 6th observation. That is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. This is the 6th one, right? So 6th observation is what? 4200. So the salary of the median salary of the employees is 4200, and you have to write that thus the median salary of these employees is rupees 4200. Okay, so it is somehow a new one. Please read again and again, so again and again this video, and please write down this in your example book. Okay. Complete. Now, in the next page, on page number 86, what is that? The median for group data, that is discrete group data, is given here, and for that the new formula is given here. See, this is our method number 2. To find out median for discrete group data. What is that? M is equal to n plus 1 by 2 observation. See, the formula is not changed, but here n is equal to what? Sigma fi, because here frequency is given, because it is a group data, right? And whenever frequency is given, you have to find out what is your n, that is your sigma fi, that is sum of all the frequency, it is your n, and you have to write that n plus 1 by 2 observations, that is frequency of that particular observation, that is said 27, 25, 28, whatever observation is given here, you have to write on the opposite side of that particular observation. So here for that n is equal to sigma fi, and here we have to find out a new column, that is called CFI, cumulative frequency. First of all, we have to find out the cumulative frequency, and then we can find out the median of the data. See, in the group data, that is discrete group data, or in the continuous group data, whatever we have to find out, that is we have to find out if median, then first of all, whatever given, that is xi is given and frequency is given, we have to make the total of frequency, that is n, and we have to find out one another column, that is cumulative frequency, that is addition of each and every frequency, and from cumulative frequency we can find out the median. Okay, so it is a practical one. We can understood that in our illustration. Next illustration, see the illustration number 20. See, read the question first. On page number 86, the following table shows the record of absent student of class during a month. Find the median of a number of absent days per student. See the data here. The data is given in the discrete continuous distribution. That is only the x is given, that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then frequency, that is f, is given. Okay, so now I am writing the question first, and then I will explain you illustration number 20. Number of absence days of student. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then number of students. This is your xi. And this is your fi. 8, 12, 18, 9, 5 and 1. What is your n? That is sigma fi. That is 53. See, whenever discrete gradation is given, see here the formula for median is equal to n plus 1 by 2th observation. There is no change in the formula. It is just like ungroup data, right? But here we have to take n is equal to what? Here we have to take n is equal to 53, not 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that is 6 observation. No, we cannot take n is equal to 6 because here n is equal to 53 and we have to take here n is equal to 53. But when we have to find out the answer we have to find out in the cumulative frequency column. That's why first of all we have to prepare a one column, that is cumulative frequency. Whenever discrete group data and continuous group data is given and you have to find out the median from that, then first of all you have to prepare one column. First of all you have to write the question and then only prepare one column, that is CFI. What is that? See here, you have to write here 8 as it is, that is first frequency as it is, no change, and then add the next one to find out the cumulative frequency. That means 8 plus 12, 20, 20 plus 18, that is 38, 38 plus 9, that is 47, 47 plus 5, that is 52, and 52 plus 1, that is 53. So whenever you have to find out the median from discrete continuous group data or discrete group data or continuous group data, then you have to find out first of all CFI and then you can find out the median, or you can say median, quartile, decile, percentile. At every in every observations we have to find out the cumulative frequency. Okay, so right now I am writing here what is your n, that is 53. See, the next thing is always the last cumulative frequency is the total of frequency. Always whatever your n, or you can say first of all you can find out the cumulative frequency and whatever the last one is the total one. Okay, it is always same. Now see here, n is equal to 53 plus 1 by 2. So it is 54 by 2th observation. So it is 27th observation. See here. From this, how can we find out the median? We have to see 27 in cumulative frequency column. When it comes, see, it comes between 21 to 38. See here, 8. So 0 comes under, we can say 0 comes under 0 to 8. Then 1. Then 1 is come under 9 to 20. Then 2. Observation 2 is come under the 21 to 38. Okay. And here we want 27th observation. So 27th observations come under this, that is 21 to 38. That's why we can say corresponding answer is 2. Okay, so here we can write that therefore M is equal to what? 2. 2 students, right? This is the answer, and you have to write one line for that. See the line, it can be known from the cumulative frequency that the 21st and to the 38th observations have value 2, hence 27th observation has value 2, median, therefore median is equal to 2 days. Here we have to write that the median is equal to 2 days because the 27th observations is come under 21st to 38, and that's why here 2 is your ultimately answer. Okay, so it is very easy. First of all, write down this. Okay, now the next one, illustration number 21. The time required for the typing a report by different typists is given in the following data. Find the median typing time using it. See here, I told you that formula is only one, right? But the style of the questions will different in different illustration. Here in this illustration, the n is equal to what? N is equal to 53. See here, that is the odd one, right? It is an odd number. But now see in the illustration number 20, what is your n? First of all, total your frequency 5 plus 7 plus 8 plus 15 plus 5. So the total of frequency, that is your n, is equal to 40, right? Now see here, the odd number is there, and you can find out by easily, because here the answer is in odd, or you can say in integer, and that's why you can find out the answer easily. But now in this question, one twist is that, what is that? We are doing that, I am explaining you here. See 21, illustration number 21. The style of the question here change. Formula is common. The time required for typing a report by different typists. So time for typing in minute. That is your X. Number of typists. That is your F, or you can say Fi. And whenever you have to find out the discrete group data median, then you have to prepare only one column, that is cumulative frequency, right? So here the last one is cumulative frequency, that is CFI. Okay, what is your X? 10 minutes, 11 minutes, 12 minutes, 13 minutes, and the last one is the 14 minutes. And here the frequency 5, 7, 8, 15 and 5. Here is equal to n is equal to sigma Fi is equal to, see, whenever we have to find out the cumulative frequency, we don't have to find out total, because the last cumulative frequency is the total of your frequency, that is your n. Now see here 5 as it is, no change. Then add the next one to find out the cumulative frequency. 5 plus 7, that is 12. 12 plus 8, that is 20. 20 plus 15, that is 35. And 35 plus 5, that is 40. So here your n is equal to 40. Now see the style is changed here. How? See, n is equal to 40. N is given as a even number. Now see here I am writing the value here. N is equal to 40. That's why n is equal to, first of all, n plus 1 by 2th observations, that is 40 plus 1 by 2th observation. Here 41 by 2th observation. So here 20.5 5th observation. See, the twist is here now. 20.5 means what? I told you in the last one, that is whenever 20.5 it is given that 20 plus 21 divided by 2. It is the average of 20 and 21. Right? Here we can say that these observations, that is median, is come under the 20 and 21. Right here, but what? Here the twist is that in cumulative frequency 20 is there. That means what? The 12 observation 12 is arises between 13 to 20. The observation 12 is arises between 13 to 20, and the observation 13 is come under between 21 to 35, and we want the 20.5th observation, that is 20th observation, or you can say 21st observations, both observations average, right? So here we can write that, that's why here 20th observation is equal to plus 21st observation divided by 2. Here the 20th observation is 12 and 21st observations come under these, that is 21 to 35. So here the answer is 13 and divided by 2. That's why 25 divided by 2. So your time is 12.5 minute. Right? So here see the question, see the answer here. Whenever we have to find out, that is 20.5th observation, then value of 20th observation, that is 20th observation plus 21st observation divided by 2. It can be known that from the cumulative frequency that 13 to 20th observations have value 12. See, I told you here 13 to 20th observations value 12, right? Value of the observation is 12, and then 21st to 35th observations have value 13. 21 to 35 observations have value 13, right? And we want 20.5. See here, 20 plus 21 divided by 2, that is 20.5. That's why we have to take 12 plus 13. What is the 20th observation? See here, the 20th observation is 12. And what is the 21st observation? 21st observation is 13. So 12 plus 13 divided by 2. And here is the answer. Your answer is 12.5 minute. Thus, the median for time required for typing is 12.5 minute. Okay. So first of all, write down this. Here, the discrete group data. Examples of discrete group data is over. And here also we conclude our lectures. So time for homework. See, in exercise 3.4, that is on page number 98, there is no any questions, that is specific questions regarding median, that is regarding median of row data, that is you can say ungrouped data or discrete group data. See, in exercise 3.1, first question is find out quartile, second is Q3, D8, 60, B62, that is quartile, decile and percentile. The third question also again for quartile, decile, percentile. Fourth question is for quartile or percentile, and fifth question is for median, but it is for a continuous group data. And 6 we have to ignore right now. So here in exercise 3.4 there is no any questions regarding median of ungrouped data, or you can say discrete group data. So we have a homework from exercise 3 on page number 115. See here I am writing the homework. Exercise 3 on page number 115, section B, question number 8, 9, 10 and 11. It is a mixture of mean and median. See, some questions for regarding mean and some questions for median. So it is a short questions, short sums. So here your homework is question number 8, 9, 10 and 11. That is a short sums. And the next homework is section C. Again the short sums. Question number 9, 11, 12 and 13. See, this is the homework of mean as well as median, short sums, and I am giving you here the mixture of these because you can find out which sum what the formula we have to use. If you don't remember 1 to 10 method of mean, then first of all read it again and again and then do these sums, then do this homework. Okay, thank you class.